Hello, good people. This is your guy, Mr. Educator, Mr. Communicator, Mr. Free Thinker, coming back at you live once again from the Lone Star State with another edition of the Media Mike Speaks. All right, good people, Sleepy Joe is at it again. As you see here in the headlines, Biden wants the IRS to spy on your bank accounts. What you need to know. And the good question is this a violation of our Fourth Amendment rights? And we're going to get to it. This is real, people. Now, I didn't vote for the man, but I know some of you all probably did, so we're not going to go there. So we're going to jump right into this because this is a proposal that is I do believe in Congress, and they are pushing this forward. So the IRS wants access to your bank account. This is Biden's sinister plan. Mr. Biden, along with the IRS, have proposed a new plan for fiscal year 2022. And that's to get banks to give you information about your bank account information on transactions of $600 and over. So what are people going to do? Start taking all the money out and just only leave about $599 in there? Maybe. I don't know. So this is serious, good people. This is serious. And this is something we really need to keep our eyes on here. So anyway, under the plan, banks and other payment providers would be required to tell the IRS how much money came into and out of individuals and businesses' accounts each year, going far beyond the existing reporting of interest income. So we already know they already report, over $9,000 if you take out or put in more than that. They need to know where it's coming from. This is ridiculous, actually. It really is. But they're trying to spin it to say that they're trying to cut down on the wealthy and all of that, but it's going to hurt the people at the bottom, the little people. Now let's continue. Now, at a time when Americans are already struggling, these new reporting rules would create unnecessary burdens, as noted in this excerpt from Forbes. Now let me read this to you, good people. It may create problems. However, that should be considered and addressed as this plan works its way through Congress. For example, let's consider a young couple saving up to buy a home. All savings are put into a dream home savings account. Then, when it comes time to make the down payment, let's say the couple saves $50,000 for the dream home. It goes into a regular checking account, which is then wired to the seller's escrow account. Buying a home is not a taxable event, at least for federal income tax. Selling one is. Will the IRS receive information from the financial institutions that leads to an audit? It sure sounds like it, sir. It really does. But I'm not a tax expert. I'm not in accounting. But it seems like most likely it's over the $600. So I would say yes. Now, Paul Murchke, Vice President of the Congressional Relations and Independent Community Bankers of America, voiced his criticism of the proposal. He states banks already report millions of transactions a day to the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network in the form of currency transaction reports, in addition to suspicious activity reports, which are required when potential illicit activity is detected by a bank. Banks are required to submit currency transaction reports when a deposit or withdrawal is $10,000 or more, a threshold that's already very low, Murchke said, which is true. I just said that. They have to report that. So they have to report actually, where the transaction's coming from. You dropping cash money into the bank, it's going to send up a red flag because they need to know where did the money come from. But if you got certain deposits going in, they already know that. It's reported, but it's probably good if you got direct deposits from your job, so it's no big deal. But if you're just dropping cash money into the bank like that, that sends up a serious red flag. But it doesn't equate to this, because they're spying on everyone with $600 or more. That is bad. A lot of people don't even have that much money in the bank account at all. Now, Murchke goes on to say, the proposal as written is akin to sending your bank statement to the IRS every month, which would be opposed by the banking industry because of the reporting burdens already required by federal regulators. The federal government can't track all of that. Any more requirements would be adding more hay to the haystack, unquote, he stated. So, I do believe you're just going to add more work to them, but they don't care. As also noted by the Wall Street Journal, The bank account snooping will give the IRS an enormous quantity of new data. It would also create an enormous flow of information that the IRS would have to learn how to manage and use. I don't think they care. They're going to hire new people at the taxpayer's expense. Congress would have to weigh the potential burdens and privacy concerns against the revenue gains as it considers the plan. I don't think they care, good people. Now, according to the Democrats' new $3.5 trillion budget plan, they want to monitor inflows and outflows from your bank account. See, good people, right here, the proposal would require banks to report to gross inflows and outflows to the IRS. Now, this is not just banks, good people. Listen to this. Take a look here. Including transactions from Venmo, PayPal, crypto exchanges, and the like, in an effort to fight tax evasion, unquote. That's the reason. The Daily Mail reported, adding, the IRS would know how much money is in an individual's bank account in a given year, whether the individual earned income on that account, and exactly how much is going on in and out. It doesn't matter, unquote. It doesn't matter. Vice President of Policy at the Taxpayers Protection Alliance, Patrick Hedgers, shredded the idea, saying the IRS is first and foremost a law enforcement agency, and the Fourth Amendment protects against unreasonable searches and seizures in a pursuit of looking for wrongdoing and criminal action. So I think this is going to run into severe Fourth Amendment headwinds, unquote. Now, sir, I'm not sure, because the banks are required to report, sir. They're not searching. There's no violation. My professional opinion, good people, there's no violation here. I'm just saying it could be, but I don't see it, because they're just reporting. Now, they may look at it as a privacy thing, but they're not searching. I don't know how they're going to spend the reporting and the searching. So I don't know. Now, it goes on to say here, Mr. Hedger, you're going to push more folks into small cash transactions. I said that. You're going to push more banking offshore. Oh, that's a possibility. He continued. The big fish out there that do have sizable assets that are eligible for taxation offshore. This is the ultimate regressive tax. You're going to end up punishing the worst off among us. The lower income folks in this country have historically been the targets of aggressive IRS audits because they don't have the CPAs and the lawyers to be able to fight back. That's what I said. They're going to come after little people. I don't see why they need to be going after people, just the average Joe, and start stooping on, a $600 payment. It doesn't make any sense. This is beyond trying to pick out low-hanging fruit, unquote. Some of these are his words. He kind of got convoluted here. So this proposal will have real costs, not only for the government, but also for financial institutions, small businesses, and individual taxpayers. Considering all the existing tax and other compliance reporting responsibilities already borne by the financial services industry, we have serious reservations regarding the efficacy of yet another reporting requirement. I do agree. Now, assuming taxpayers have a responsibility to reconcile whatever information is provided to them and the IRS by financial institutions, this new reporting structure would create a significant burden on individuals and businesses subject to the requirement, the majority of whom will have nothing inherently suspicious about their returns. Long story short, good people, Joe Biden wants to spy on you. This is what it is. They're already spying on you, but now they're really going deep into your financial pockets. Well, all right, good people, sad to say, but that's it for today. And remember, if you have had a bad day, better keep an eye on your money and what's to come from this jacked up administration so that you can be okay. This is your guy, Mr. Educator, Mr. Communicator, Mr. Free Thinker. Subscribe, share, and like to keep me rocking on the mic. Have a good night.